Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another TikTok compilation. You already know we're gonna keep these videos coming. Alright, just all I need for you to do is like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can know when I post a video, okay? Alright, that's all I need you guys to do. I hope everybody having a abundant day today. Yeah, let's go ahead and get right to it.
Firmament. There has been an ongoing debate between Christians who believe the earth is flat and who believe the earth is a globe on the meaning of Genesis 1:7 that states that God made the firmament and divided the waters above from the waters below. Some take this in a literal sense and see the earth as a flat surface that is enclosed by a physical barrier, and that there is water on the other side of this firmament, which explains why the sky is blue. Others take this in a more metaphorical sense and claim that the firmament is in fact our atmosphere and that it is not a physical barrier. Therefore, the earth is a globe. The reason there has been so much debate over this is that there is evidence that suggests that we have not actually been to space. An example being Operation Fishbowl in 1962. Operation Fishbowl was an experiment by the U.S. government where they detonated nuclear in the sky and claimed that it was to test the atmosphere's reaction to them, but many believe that it was really the government attempting to see if they could break through this invisible barrier. What are your thoughts? Is the firmament a physical or metaphorical barrier? What actually is the firmament? There has been an ongoing
Metaphysical, what? I don't know what he meant by that, but the formula is definitely real, for sure.
Your mind is a portal and has the ability to access an infinite amount of timelines available to you. This is not a drill, I am not kidding. If you can get yourself into a deeper state of consciousness and access your desired possible reality, you can change your current three-dimensional physical reality. Like if you even just do this one time, you're gonna see changes in your physical reality. But let's break down how this actually works. When we enter into a theta brainwave state and we enter what's called heart-brain coherence, we gain access to the multidimensional reality that is available to us. In that state, we can travel to our desired reality using thought and emotion. This is like the cheat code to your reality, people. Meaning, if you can get into this state of consciousness and use your emotions and thoughts, either on your own through meditation or guided by someone who is trained in doing this, you can align the root of your reality to your desired timeline. Meaning that you unlock that possible desired reality, and then you have the ability to collapse that desired experience into your current timeline. Meaning your current timeline now shifts to align with what you actually desire to experience or manifest. This is not just wishful thinking bullshit. This is a method that actually moves the needle in manifestation. If you want to learn more about this, you can head to my page. I have so many different playlists that walk you through the understanding behind this, the science, the neuroscience, the psychology, what happens to the other version of you. All of these questions are answered in those playlists. Your mind is a portal and has the ability to
If you want to understand marketing, then you have to understand human psychology. You have to understand how people think. You have to understand what people want, and you have to know how to effectively communicate with people. This is why a lot of the top companies in the world, they have think tanks where they hire the top psychologists, the top marketers, the top people in the tech world, all types of different professionals, and they discuss the current trends. What are people talking about? What are people doing? What are people buying? What do people like? What do people not like? And all of this information gets compiled, and this is what they use to create marketing campaigns. And so what's interesting is there was a study where a media team published 2 articles. Now the contents in the article were exactly the same, but the headline, the title was different. So one title was framed in a positive way and the other one was framed in a negative way. And what they found is that the negative headline got 3 times as much engagement as the positive one. And this same study has been done with YouTube thumbnails and different types of media. It seems that people have a weird attraction to things that are negative, controversial, or tragic. And for whatever reason, these types of things always get more attention and more people give their energy to it. If you want to understand marketing, then you
Marketing is key, nah. Because if you ain't got good marketing, you probably not gonna get too far. Just saying. For sure.
Okay, we might not want to go to Asgard anymore because of the intel that I gathered that apparently the Asgardians don't like visitors from Middle-earth. So instead, we could go to Iwas, the levitating continent, because apparently there is already a cult there that is trying to recruit us to come over there. So let me tell you a little bit about this place. Now, if you look at the outline of this continent, it's actually got a blue glowing line, which is supposed to illustrate that this thing is actually floating in the air. It's not in contact with any of the water, so we'll have to figure out how to fly up there. But it's floating because there's a magnetic rock or something, and the resonant frequency is less than oxygen. It's less dense than it, so it floats in the air. And the cult that lives there is called the Intergalactic Traveling and Multidimensional Communicative Ancestral Grounds. And it consists of an elder race of very powerful beings that originated from the Caribbean inside of Middle-earth where we live, and they speak a specific tongue that is similar to West Caribbean dialect. And there isn't much written about these guys. What I do have is that they use their telepathic powers to infiltrate the minds of people like us who live in like the Middle-earth area of the map to bring us over to this continent through a multi-dimensional portal so that we can become part of their population. And to be honest, this is making me not want to go there. I never wanted to go here in the first place, but it's, you know, it's an option because it seems like everyone on these continents are hostile now. But like, I don't know why these guys are so down bad to have us come over there. Like, what do you need us to be in your population? Like, you need us to like breed with you or something? Like, is your population dwindling? Like, what's going on there? So I don't know if I want to go here, but you know, a levitating continent does seem kind of peaceful. So who knows, like maybe they're actually good guys, but like they don't need to infiltrate our minds. Like they could just call us up or FaceTime us, you know? Okay, we might not want to go to Asgard anymore.
The world say FaceTime, bro.
Most of the people that control this world, they're trying to leave because they know that the black ETs are coming back. The media don't want to tell you that most of these fallen angels are really black people. They had a whole world worried about the reptilians, the Pleiadians, the Greys, Andromedars, insectoids, but they don't tell you that it's a group of black people that actually control all these alien races. We are really in a cosmic war between two black families. But the governments are trying to open up portals and leave because they know that the righteous black families are coming back in 2024, the year of karma. Why do you think they're trying to use CERN to open up portals? Or this guy right here trying to crack the firmament? They are scared for a reason. Another reason why the Pope and them always worship the Black Madonna. More black people that they worship, more black people that they worship. Why are they doing this? Or how about the statue of Black Jesus in Italy? What are they really trying to tell us? There are two different black ET races on this planet. You got some that want to enslave the people and some that want to teach and help the people. This is a real war. You ever wonder why so much black on black violence? It's because this war started millions of years ago. Now it's happening on this planet. Everyone that look like you and talk
Hold on. This brightness is... Alright, that's good.
talk like you, they're not for you because we forget that certain spirits live in certain bodies. This is a cosmic war between black on black violence. This ancient war started in the Orion constellation. This is why they show Orion as the warrior, like it's really going to war because a war really did happen. This is why these pyramids are in line with Orion. It's a deeper story to everything we see. Most black people come from the star constellation of Triangulum. Can you see the pyramid? Star system Triangulum is actually connected to Orion, and the pyramids try to tell us this. We have Triangulum and we have the pyramids. They're letting you know that there's a cosmic war coming from these star constellations. This war is so deep because it actually destroys so many planets and so many different realities. They are fighting over one resource, and that resource is the sun. They are trying to take control over the sun because the sun is the provider and the sun has infinite abundance. Not only that, the sun is really a portal. The sun is actually a hole in the sky that can take you to different dimensions. Whoever controls the sun controls infinite life and controls so many different portals and dimensions. This is what they're fighting over. If you want to know more, my ebook, the link is in the bio. Most of the people that control this world, they're trying to...
Yo, I'm gonna have to go and get that ebook. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to yeah, man. Shout out to him.
But we're living in a light matrix.
We going deep.
And that's what the Adinkra codes also prove.
Okay, explain the Adinkra codes. What is that exactly?
So Professor James Gates Jr., University of Maryland, former scientific advisor to President Obama, just to give you, like, this guy, he's not just like a jackpot or something. He's like a real dude, you know?
Yeah.
And he put together a team of the most incredible supersymmetry and theoretical physicists in the world, like the top brains in the world on this. And they started analyzing what is the ether of space-time. What is this soup that we're living in, that we're inhabiting, this universe? What is it? What is it made of? What's powering it? They discovered something called Adinkra codes, which go back to the ancient Dogon tribe from Mali, Africa. The original inhabitants of the land of Cam then moved to Mali later after they were thrown out, taken over at one point. But they still kept this ancient knowledge in Mali about these Adinkra codes, and they would draw these patterns. Well, he discovered that these patterns are actually mathematical codes. And these are not just any mathematical code. There goes one there. They're actually the codes that describe the ether of space-time itself. They're error-correcting codes, the same exact codes that run our search engines and web browsers that we're using right now to look at the image. There's coding behind that screen that runs this, what we just did. And guess what? It's the same code that runs the universe. So we discovered that we're living in a programmed light matrix. There's a software programmer that has written this code.
Austin, pull up more images of this.
There's all different types of images. There you go. See, now that you see that one there, right there. That's a quasi. That looks like a lot like a quasi crystal. If you were to shrink it down and put a whole bunch of them in one location, it looks very similar to a quasi crystal. So these are Adinkra codes, and you can see the colorful one that was up there. These are depicting the nature of reality.
Wow.
And they actually are mathematical programming codes. They're a special type of code, though. They're error correcting codes. The same type that Google browser is running on is the same thing that runs the universe.
Error correcting codes.
Yeah.
And what do we gain from all of this knowledge? Like, what does this tell us, and where do we take this? Like, what is the, obviously this is like foundational knowledge for us, but like, where do you see it going?
Well, if you understand that we're living in a fractal holographic light matrix, it doesn't mean we're not real. It just means that there is a creator or creators, that we're living in something that was created, just like the ancient texts and all the scribes and
Why they pause?
biblical texts and everything else
I don't know why
says.
we doing that.
But it tells us, wow, this is the method of the creation. Now we're getting closer to understanding what we really are. We understand now that consciousness isn't made inside this avatar body, that the avatar body doesn't even exist, that consciousness is a stream of something, coming from somewhere else, and is being picked up in this matrix with this coding. If you took all the humans on Earth, there's 8 billion humans.
Bro, stop pausing. Why I keep doing that?
On Earth. If I took all 8 billion humans and removed the empty space between their atoms, I can fit every human into a sugar cube. One sugar cube can hold all 8 billion of us.
Really?
Yeah.
All the atoms of 8 billion people on Earth.
You can see atoms are empty space. If you take the empty space out, you collapse it into one sugar cube. All 8 billion can fit in one sugar cube. So what does that mean?
Wild.
What's here? There's only one consciousness, it seems. And it's like a radio station that's transmitting out a frequency from a higher dimension. Our avatar bodies pick up that frequency. You're 99.1, I'm 99.2, he's 99.3, but it's still coming from the same source. And so we're all coming from the same source. It's like the universe has found a way to live subjectively through multiple entities, but not even through entities, even through objects that we consider to be man-made, because every atom we know now in quantum physics is also conscious.
Does this give any credence to the simulation theory?
Absolutely. We're living in a simulation. This is an actual simulation. What we've done now with the video game No Man's Sky, it's got 80 quadrillion worlds in there. It's a never-ending game. created by, I think, 12 college students, fits on one DVD, and they're going to add AI into it, which means that the beings and the animals and everything else in there, they're going to become conscious. Also, the other video game that they have where you have the people walking around and everything else, I forgot the name of the game now. But
The Sims.
The Sims.
Yeah.
The Sims, they're talking about adding consciousness to the Sims and adding AI in there. So eventually these Sims are going to start asking questions. Who are we? Where do we come from? What is this that we're living in, this construct? Is there a Big Bang? Yeah, the Big Bang is when we hit the power button and turned you on. That's the Big Bang. That's when everything went out.
Yeah.
So, you know, they can then maybe even begin to write programs in the Sims program to create their own universe. So there's multiple layers of reality. I don't think we're even close to base reality.
Isn't it so crazy that it was only 30 years ago that we only had that Pong game with the balls and the 2 sticks?
Oh my God.
And now look at what we have in 30 years.
Crazy. I got the original Atari 2600. My uncle bought it for me. He came down from New York. He was a police officer in New York. The only most expensive gift I ever got, which is why I still have it today in a closet in a box. He bought that thing, and I played that thing, the Pong and Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it for a couple of weeks, and I got the little callus in my hand, and I was like, okay, I'm tired. But but it was cool, you know?
Yeah.
Connect to a VHF TV. And then look where we are now. My son turned a video game on. This was a couple of years ago. I was at his apartment, and I thought it was an actual NFL game. I didn't know it was a video game.
Yes, I play video games all the time, and I play Madden and NBA, and these games literally look like, if you haven't seen those games before, they look just like the real game on TV. It's indistinguishable.
Wild.
And then now with VR, like the Oculus and the stuff that Facebook's doing, it's pretty wild. And augmented reality.
Yeah.
If you like Elon says, if you assume any rate of advancement compounding over time, just in 100 years, there's going to be, in less than 100 years, the video games are going to be completely 100% indistinguishable from reality.
Yes, that's true. And so the human mind is so easily fooled. It just takes program input. So the human mind is encased in darkness. It doesn't even know what's going on out here, but it has friends. Sight, hearing, smell, touch, feel, all those 5 senses. It sends the friends out. The friends collect data. Now my friends, my brain's friends, touch, doesn't know what this is, doesn't know what's going on here. But it combines with the data from the eye. The eye sees it, doesn't know what it is. But the eye and the hands send a signal back to the brain, send data packets back to the brain. The brain then sorts it out and then creates a hologram of what's here. And then I'm navigating through the third dimension based on a hologram from data packets.
Right.
And the universe is doing the same thing. There's one consciousness, which has divided itself into Googles of entities. Me and you are one of them. And it's experiencing itself. We are the sensory perception for the universe.
We only have eyeballs, nose, mouth, skin. We can only, our constructed physical bodies can only observe so many dimensions.
Right.
Well, wonder what it would take for us to be able to observe.
Why does this, bro? I'm about to get mad because like it's
a different dimension.
Well,
like, are we thinking about it the right way? Would it be a physical alteration to our body, or?
Hold on,
yo. Or what?
Well, it would be scary because we can't even see. We only see 1% of the light spectrum here. If we saw more than 1% of the light spectrum, we'd freak out. There's so much going on. In the multi-spectrum, in the ultraviolet, in the infrared, in the gamma ray range, in the X-ray range, we would freak out. There's stuff going on all around us as we speak. Billions of waves and frequencies moving around us that we would be able to see if we had the eyes for it. And I think that 1% is all we can handle. To be honest with you. Yeah, more than 1%, it would be a lot. Yeah, it'd be cool to have some X-ray vision or something like that.
Yeah.
But you add it all together at once, and now you're talking about multiple dimensions. Well, the human avatar body can't even get to the dimension because we're a third-dimensional substructure. We'd have to create the technology to phase shift into a body of some type, whatever type that would possibly be, to even ascend to a higher dimension.
Yeah. Well, I mean, going back to the simulation theory, it seemed like if we were in a simulation, of course, only like people like Elon Musk would believe that,
right?
Because if you were playing a character in a simulation, you would want to play somebody like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Right. You wouldn't want to play, Joe Blow working at the hardware store.
Right.
You people like with fascinating, interesting lives, doing crazy things with unlimited money that could do anything they wanted.
Yeah.
That would be the most enticing player to be in a simulation.
It's pretty, but what I think is happening here is the reason why it's not specifically like a game that you control it in a certain level. But what's cool, I think, is that the universe itself is using us to figure out what it's like to be Billy Carson, what it's like to be you, what it's like to be this.
Bro, these headphones gotta like need some charge or something.
Microphone. What it's like to be a person that's living in poverty. What's it like to be a person that's living rich? What it's like to be an inventor or an explorer? What is it like to be all these different things? What is it like to be a blade of grass? What is it like to be a rock? And I think all that data is being transmitted back to source in real time.
Yo, he went deep, man. He was going deep on that stuff. That was crazy. Talking about the Sims and how they gonna add consciousness to them eventually. That's just like, and then he like, what if they start asking questions like, how do we get here, because they got consciousness now, and like they bring up the Big Bang Theory, that's crazy, man. Like, how do we not know that we not in the video game? What if we in a video game and we being controlled by people? It make you think from that perspective when you look at the Sims game and they start asking questions about that type of stuff, and all you is the video game. They created you. That's crazy, bro. Like, what if we just, what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say, like, that's deep though. That really get deep, man. Because we could be in a video game right now and we wouldn't even know it. Just saying, like, dang, that's deep though.
This is the big.
Hold on, let me take these off. I'm gonna give it one more chance.
This is the big difference between your zodiac sign and your life path number. Most of us are already aware of how our zodiac signs and our astrology chart reveals majority of our personality. But remember, you are a soul having a human experience, and there's much more deeper things about you that your zodiac sign will not reveal. This is when your life path number comes into play. Not only will your life path number tell you your personality traits, but it will also make you remember your purpose of why you came here to Earth. Nothing else in the universe can do this but numerology. And yeah, zodiacs are cool, but what's even cooler is that I can tell you your purpose just by knowing your number. This is how you find out what your life path number is. Take a screenshot. Like and follow me for more information. One love.
Women born on May 25th, they have evil energy.
Guys, I want you to listen to me. I've been doing numerology and astrology for 20 years. If there's a big born on May 25th, run. Run like hell. If there's a date that's possessed, it's May 25th. It is the one day I do not allow in my group. I will not let anyone in on that date, because I'm telling you, guys are watching this right now. They're thinking, oh my God, there's probably going to be millions of people watching this. I'm telling you, at least 10 to 15,000 guys are going to be left in there like, oh my God. Because May 25th, these bitches are fucking crazy as hell.
Women born on May 25th, they have evil energy.
Is that true? I don't know. I haven't, I wouldn't even really know.
No! Have you guys heard of the Beyonce possessed theory? There is a theory that Beyonce is possessed by a demon. Some even stating that she admitted this in an interview.
Sasha was in full effect. Sasha is my alter ego.
There is also a video of Beyonce performing, where people believe that the demon actually revealed itself. Yeah, this looks creepy, but I don't know, it could just be a camera glitch. Matter of fact, comment amen down below to ward off any evil spirits coming from this video. There's also a video where people believe that she admitted that a demon entered her body.
And I remember right before I performed, I raised my hands up, and it was kind of the first time I felt something else come into me.
Now, the scary part about these concerts is they look kind of similar. Look at her concert and Travis Scott's next to each other. Some people believe that these concerts are actually rituals that people are unknowingly taking part in. And the scary part is this article even states that some fans coming from the Beyonce concerts experience memory loss and amnesia. But what do you think? Are people just reaching, or is something darker going on here? And hit that follow button, because my next video will blow your mind. Have you guys heard of the Beyonce possessed theory? There is a theory.
That shit looked like that right there. They must, yeah, they definitely added that for sure.
Just wade in the water. Right here, y'all. So what is this saying? I'm gonna move away. Y'all. Giving this. Just wade in the water.
Everything God said.
Wait, I got a question. Do y'all drink out of the sink? Cause I can't. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Most all I do is drink out the refrigerator. That's it. But drinking out the sink is crazy. Just saying, man. Try to get you some bottled waters at least. Cause man, ugh, can't do that. Hang on, I can't do that.
It was true. Everything God said was true.
You want to go a few rounds? Sure. Tell me something I don't know about the destruction of Skrullos.
You know everything there is to know about it, period.
Name of the game is tell me something I don't know.
We were overpowered by the Kree. We held them off for as long as we could. When we couldn't hold them off any longer, the million of us that were left, we fled.
Interesting. Tell me something I don't know about the Skrulls that fled.
They're here.
Who's here?
All of us.
Wait. You're telling me there's 1 million Skrulls walking amongst us right now? Have you lost your reptilian ass mind? You want to go a few?
Reptilian mind. What are they trying to tell us, man? Come on. Truth and everything. That's true. They be doing psychology on these movies. People be looking at it as just entertainment. No. They're playing on your mind. They're playing on your mind. Like, okay, let's see how many stuff I can put in here in front of them. See if they can, dissect it. Or they would they just look at it as entertainment. Because it's not just entertainment. They're playing on people's minds and just be going right over their head. Right over their head.
This is true consciousness.
It's just a movie.
You are one of these three.
It's just a movie.
The 3 types of consciousness on this planet. Explain. Number 1, the Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness beings on this planet are the ones who naturally see beyond them. These types of beings find themselves constantly questioning reality and existence itself. These types of beings have a certain type of intuition that leads them to the truth. So naturally they find themselves rejecting tradition and becoming what you will call the black sheep of the family. These will be your mystics, your sages, your spiritual teachers, spiritual masters, the yogis of the world. These are the people who naturally feel very drawn to doing spiritual practices which get them more in tune with the knower of all things within themselves, which we'll call God. They will perform austerities like fasting or celibacy or long meditation. Things that are meant to strengthen the mind, because these type of people understand naturally that through their mind they have the ability to make hot feel cold and to make cold feel hot. Also, in seeking knowledge, these types of beings will naturally go within themselves through meditation and spiritual practice in order to attain that knowledge. The second type of consciousness is the intellectual. These types of beings in their desire to know self and know reality will go outside of themselves in order to get the answers. While the yogi or the mystic goes within and studies the unseen in order to know the answers and the truth of reality. The intellectual will look outside of themselves and study the phenomena of the material universe in order to know the truth of reality. These type of people who embody this consciousness are your physicists, your psychologists, your high-level scientists in this world, mathematicians, etc. And your third type of consciousness in this world are what you will call the bot. Your bots are your people who usually don't question reality or existence at all, or have no interest in understanding higher truths of this reality. So because of this, your bots find themselves within this reality simply submerged in the matrix, in their sense expressions, being slaves to their senses themselves. The only things that are real to a bot are just the things which they can perceive with their senses. It It is because of this quality of their consciousness that the bots can be looked at as the Agent Smiths of this reality. The bot is the person in this reality who gets their basic programming on this world from the time that they're a child, and then usually runs with that same programming all throughout their life. The bot is like the person who all their life they scream, Jesus is my Lord and Savior, but they never stop to question what Jesus truly is. They never question the doctrine that they got. And ultimately, when you present them with information which contradicts their programming, they hit you with that fluoride stare. This is what you would call cognitive dissonance, where two contradictory beliefs or ideas are held in the mind. Like the people who are all about animal rights and stuff like that, but then at the same time they're eating eggs and steak for breakfast every day.
Everyone mocked the small house of this guy until they entered and apologized. Danny's house had cost $2 million, and his best friend thought he was stupid for buying it. Indeed, from the outside, Danny's house seemed very small, and everyone said he could never live in that tin can. So when he told his friends that he had bought this house for $2 million, and that it wasn't a joke, they told him he was crazy. The house had 2 entrances, one at the front and one at the back, and they were told that no one could get in. Danny was very upset because he had invested all his savings in this house. Moreover, he had always cherished the dream of becoming a homeowner, and after recently achieving this goal, he was eager to share this milestone with his closest friends, expecting their shared excitement. However, to his dismay, instead of rejoicing with him, they responded with mocking laughter, thus spoiling this moment of pride. One day, Danny decided to invite all his mocking friends to visit his house, and when they entered, you won't believe what they found. Comment Danny for part 2. Everyone mocked the small house of this guy.
Tesla rocket.
They always hit you with the part 2, man. You never left heaven. You're dreaming. Wait, what dream you have?
Whatever exists around you exists only because you created it before you incarnated into the physical 4th-dimensional afterlife realm of Earth. You have amnesia, and it was designed that way so that you could live out a sequence of incarnations without remembering your past. You never left heaven. You're just dreaming that you have. It's all a dream, my friends. Nothing is real around you. It is all there because you
Really, bro? Like, come on. Why does
created it. Because you are the actor, director, and scriptwriter and publisher of your life. If you don't like the way your life is going presently, you can rearrange it by rewriting the script. The people that you're interacting with today are there only because you created them to be there. Your parents, your family, your friends, and even your occupation. You're not really your name. It was given to you at birth. You're not your body, it's simply a loner, and it goes back to whence it came. You are a spiritual being currently in a material world having a human experience. And everything around you is there because you created it. You're only dreaming. And once you learn what you want to learn and experience what you want to experience, your body will die, but your true identity as a spiritual being, conscious awareness, as a soul, never dies. You've been to Earth hundreds, if not thousands of times for the human experience. Wake up, my friends. Wake up. Your outer world is simply a duplicate or reflection of your internal world. The way you change the outer world during this incarnation period is first by looking within and changing your inner world. Learning to focus your attention on what you want to create is a vitally important life lesson for each of us. We're here to learn to manipulate energy, to control our wonderful human imagination, and to master the flesh.
Oh my God, I'm about to change these headphones. I'm sorry, yo. This is sad.
We're all working towards a specific goal. Each of us are different. But yet in truth, we're all source. We're all God, playing out a script.
Yes, yes, indeed. See, he's speaking. You know what I'm saying? He's talking that stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, y'all. Let me change these headphones. All right, I'm gonna finish this videos up. Indeed, indeed. No. Hex no. Hex no. No. Dude, this robot is too advanced, man. How do he know all this? Not to shoot, not to... Dude, no. If they got robots like that, just imagine what they already really got that they haven't showed to the public yet. Come on, man. Get out of here. That ain't nothing compared to what they really got.
Color is green, not brown. We are brown because we lost the 12th element called magnesium, and that magnesium was replaced with iron, so we rusted from green to brown. Our body is made up of 70% water. When you mix iron with water and oxygen, you get the color brown, which is rust. This is why most cultures depict their deities having green skin, such as Osiris and Ptah, and blue skin, as you see Krishna. Most Nubian babies are also born with green Mongolian spots. Our blood was also green, chlorophyll, which is why we have green veins. And if you place a ring on your finger and cut off the oxygen, your finger is going to be green, which tells you that our true skin color is green. Our cells also contain a pigmentation called chromatophore. Chromatophore gave us the ability to change color and camouflage into any environment and hide from predators, just like lizards and reptiles do. So as the planet Earth was growing, everything was alive, and our skin was green. Our blood was chlorophyll. There was no dying or death or diseases because everything was alive. There were no poisonous plants until 36 million years after, because we were not born to die. We were born to grow and expand our consciousness and grow into many suns and travel beyond the stars, becoming one with all. Our true skin color is green, not brown. We are brown because...
Well, I'm gonna end it off right there because I had so much going on. My video kept pausing. Dang, bro, it's just so much going on right now. I'm gonna go ahead and end it off right there. That was a good one right there, though. He went deep right there. I like that. Original color was, yeah, I believe that for sure. But with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know we had a little pauses here and there, but I'm gonna make sure I edit the video good, so it really don't matter. But yeah, have an abundant day today, man, and try not to eat so much, cause I know people gonna be eating crazy. Try not to go all out, and after that, just detox for a whole month. Just eat poop for the whole rest of December. But with all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.